variable section pump. Removal and replacement. Warning: working under the machine. Make the machine safe before getting beneath it. Ensure that any fitments on the machine are secure. Engage the parking brake, remove the starter key, disconnect the battery. In 338_21 remove the prop shaft, refer to section F, transmission. Prop shafts, removal and replacement. 2. Drain the hydraulic fluid from the hydraulic tank. 3. Remove flange bolts B, 4 off, and disconnect the pump inlet hose flange from the pump body. Blank off all E from the elbow fittings. Blank off all exposed connections to prevent ingress of dirt. Warning: this component is heavy. It must only be removed or handled using a suitable lifting method and device. BF41_15 Secure the pump using a sling around the pump body. Remove the pump mounting bolts E and carefully withdraw the pump clear of the gearbox. Replacement is the reverse of the removal procedure. 1. Clean off all traces of sealant compound from the pump and gearbox mounting faces. Apply a thin bead of Loctite 5910 sealant to the gearbox mounting face. Note: the pump must be assembled onto the gearbox within 15 minutes of applying the sealant. 2. Locate the splined shaft of the pump into the gearbox. Apply JCB thread locker and sealer to bolts E and secure the pump flange to the gearbox mounting face. 3. Reconnect the pump outlet hoses C and D to the elbow fittings. Note: all hydraulic adapters that are installed together with a bonded sealing washer must also have sealant JCB thread seal applied to the threads of the adapter. 4. Reconnect the pump inlet hose flange to the pump body with bolts B, 4 off. 5. Fit the prop shaft, refer to section F, transmission prop shafts, removal and replacement. 6. Fill the system to the correct level with recommended hydraulic fluid, see section 3, maintenance, lubricants and capacities. Note: replace the suction strainer and return line filter after fitting a new or serviced pump. 7. After fitting a new or serviced pump and before starting the engine, screw the main relief valve out. Run the engine and check for leaks. Also check the main relief valve (MRV) operating pressure. See service procedures, loader valve, pressure testing. If either of these are low, the pump must be changed. Renewal of components such as gears, bearings and housing will not affect a permanent cure. If the pump output is satisfactory but there is external leakage, the pump should be removed and dismantled for resealing only. Before removing and dismantling the pump, Make sure the exterior of the pump and working area is thoroughly cleaned and free of possible sources of contamination. Dismantle 1. Remove the 4 bolts 3 and serrated washers 4 which clamp the units together. 2. Use a soft-faced hammer to separate front body 5 and rear body 6 after first marking them to ensure correct reassembly. 3. Remove splined coupling 7 and O-rings 8. Discard the O-rings. 4. Use a soft-faced hammer to separate end cover 9 from rear body 6, after first marking them to ensure correct reassembly. 5. Remove drive gear 10 from its bore. Pushing it out of the rear body will also remove balance plate 11 complete with seal 12 and seal energizer 13. Discard the seal and seal energizer. Note the position of the drive shaft and the balance plate to ensure correct reassembly. 6. Remove driven gear 14, followed by balance plate 15 complete with seal 16 and seal energizer 17. Discard the seal and seal energizer. 7. Discard O-ring 18. 8. Use a soft hammer to separate mounting flange 19 from front body 5, after first marking them to ensure correct reassembly. 9. Remove circlip 21 and shaft seals 22. Note which way round the seal lips are fitted to ensure correct fitting of new seals on reassembly. 10. Remove driveshaft 23 from front body 5. Removal will also remove balance plate 28 complete with seal 29 and seal energizer 30. Discard the seal and seal energizer. 11. Remove driven gear 27 followed by balance plate 24. Seal 25 and seal energizer 26. Discard the seal and seal energizer. 12. Discard O-ring 31. 13. Remove all sealant from the contact faces of the mounting flange, front body, end cover and rear body interface hydraulic oil to prevent corrosion. Inspection. Generally check all pump parts for damage and/or wear. The O-ring grooves, the seal recess in the mounting flange and all sealing faces must be free of burrs and scores which could result in seal damage and hence hydraulic oil leakage. 2. Renew the pump if any of the following symptoms exist. A. The PTFE coated bearings in the pump bodies, the mounting flange and the end cover are worn through to reveal the bronze backing. B. The gear side faces are scored. Often contaminated fluid results in a distinct wear step coincident with the gear root diameter. This can normally be felt by drawing a sharp point across the gear side face from the journal towards the tip of the gear. C. There is a noticeable wear groove on drive shaft 23 where seals 22 run. D. The balance plate faces are scored, particularly in the area adjacent to the gear root diameter. E. The shaft splines are worn or severely fretted. F. The gear backquote cut in area in the low pressure side of the pump body is deeper than 0.15 mm, 0.006 in, or has a torn or pitted appearance. And 333 when carrying out the following procedure, renew all seals and O-rings. Lubricate using JCB special hydraulic fluid. 1. Fit shaft seals 22 into mounting flange 19. Making sure the seal lips are the correct way round is noted in dismantling. Fit circlip 21 into its groove in the flange. Coat the seal lips with high melting point grease. Note: If the seal recess is scored, it is permissible to seal outside diameter with JCB multi-gasket to prevent leakage. 2. Stand front body 5 on its rear face. Fit seal 25 and seal energizer 26 into balance plate 24. 3. Ensuring that the seals do not fall out. Carefully feed the balance plate into the bores of the front body 5 with the 2 small holes through the balance plate to the low pressure side of the body, i.e. side with the large 4-bolt port pattern. 4. Insert driveshaft 23 and driven gear 27 into the original bores. 5. Fit balance plate 28 over the driveshaft and gear stub. Insert seal 29 and seal energizer 30 into the balance plate. 6. Fit O-ring 31 into the groove on mounting flange 19. 7. Apply a small amount of JCB multi-gasket to the face of front body 5 which seals with mounting flange 19, i.e. the face containing the clamping bolt holes. 8. Carefully feed mounting flange 19 over driveshaft 23 in its original position, as marked earlier. Use a soft-faced hammer to tap the flange onto its location spigot. 9. Support the front pump assembly on the mounting flange, but not the driveshaft. Fit O-rings 8 into the grooves on the rear face of the front body 5. Install splined coupling 7. 10. Fit rear body 6 onto front body 5 in its original position, as marked earlier, ensuring that it locates on the dowels and that the clamping bolt holes line up. 11. Fit seal 16 and seal energizer 17 into balance plate 15, ensuring that the seals do not fall out. Carefully feed the balance plate into rear body 6 with the 2 small holes through the balance plate to the low pressure side, i.e. side without a port. 12. Fit drive gear 10 so that it locates with splined coupling 7. Fit driven gear 14. 13. Fit balance plate 11 in its original position, i.e. with the 2 small holes to the low pressure side. Fit seal 12 and seal energizer 13 into the balance plate. 14. Fit O-ring 18 into end cover 9. 15. Apply a small amount of JCB multi-gasket to the exposed face of rear body 6, i.e. the face containing the clamping bolt holes. 16. Fit end cover 9 in its original position, as marked earlier. 17. Install the 4 bolts 3, each with a serrated washer 4. And tighten evenly and progressively. Torque tighten the bolts. 18. Pour a small amount of clean JCB special hydraulic fluid into the ports. Check that driveshaft 23 rotates without undue force. If excessive force is required, it is possible that one or more of the balance plate seals are trapped, in which case it will be necessary to dismantle and assemble the pump again. While the other is an idler. Oil is picked up by the gear teeth on the inlet side of the pump and carried around between the teeth and the pump body. As the gears come into mesh, the space carrying the oil is filled by a gear tooth on the mating gear, forcing the oil out of the space and through the pump outlet. The wear plates B are loaded towards the gears by pressurized oil, which is fed to the backs of the wear plates via channels C. This ensures that the clearance between the wear plates and gears is prevented from becoming excessive as outlet pressure rises. The side of each wear plate that faces the gears has two recesses D. The recess on the inlet side of the pump assists the flow of oil into the gear spaces, thus raising the cavitation threshold of the pump. The recess on the outlet side vents oil trapped between meshing gear teeth to prevent compression loads on the bearings.